Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Well, last time, I experienced a life as a werewolf, which apparently includes running at ludicrous speeds, jumping ridiculous distances, and yes, maybe having some slight issues in terms of healing. And that means today, even though I've got some werewolf business to take care of, I'm not actually going to do it as a werewolf, if that's even possible. There might be some restriction inside this dungeon that means I can't proceed until I'm in werewolf form, but okay. We need to go to a tomb, retrieve a totem, and murder any Skaal that get in my way. And yeah, if those Skaal are even close to as tough as those soldiers in the smuggler's cave back in the day, this could be a bit of a nightmare. Hence why I want all of my healing and all of my magic before we attempt this. And right now, okay, it's 8 AM in the morning, which is ideal. That means I've got a long time as a human before I transform again. So, yeah, let's start with that, because I suspect this might be quite a big mission. Now, the question is, where precisely is, yes, the tomb I'm looking for, because last time I came here, I was a werewolf. It was night, I was running around at speed. Might be you, there were definitely, yeah, multiple caves, floating around the coastline here. Oh, there we go, spot on. So, right, that's you right there. There was definitely potentially more of interest floating around elsewhere too. For the time being, right, let's mosey inside and see if there's any reason I can't do this while I'm in human form, though. Right, we've got, oh dear, okay. So, straight away, turns out the Skaal hunters are present, and they are nasty. However, I can now heal. That's fine. I've got plenty of healing potions. Use them, we'll be fine. If we're lucky, we can, yeah, just sort of stagger them and heal fast so that they can do damage to me. Though it is, oh, bloody hell, no, two of them! Okay, this might take a bit of work, actually. The problem is, I'm very good at, you know, blocking advanced, sophisticated, sexy things, like magic, say. But in terms of just resisting people whacking me with a stick, that is a bit more tricky, I'll admit. Once I'm inside, however, I won't be in the sun anymore, so at that point, I can give myself ludicrous amounts of magicka, and also surprisingly competent conjuration skills. So okay, just pop that on now, just so you know, let's deploy, and I'm going to start taking damage immediately. But now my conjuration's at 85, meaning I can actually summon, okay, Dwemer robots to help me. I'm pretty sure I know the spell for Summon Storm Atronak. That's 87. Now that could help keep me alive. And just out of interest, can I cast that outside and still have it when I step inside? Well, time to find out. So you get summoned. In a wee flippy go. Do I have my... Don't have my friend. Okay, that's not ideal. Because I suspect you, sir, are about to be a problem. So, no, I just need to stagger you. There's only one on this occasion. That's much better, actually. So, okay, just take out you. Yeah, when there's one, we can deal with that. Right. You're on my side. Get weapons out. Hello over there. You're a Skaal hunter, so, excuse me. Atronak friend. You have, like, one job. Your one job is... You're doing something, but he's not really focusing on me, to be honest. I think if I just keep healing this entire time, I might be able to just tank all of this. But in a perfect world, yeah, it needs to be one at a time. And bare minimum, actually, when I was about to say he didn't attack me, then again, he did outside. That first one at the front door did attack me, and bloody hell, we are struggling to even hit this guy, actually. Which is wild, because my agility is 160 and blunt weapon skill 100. I should not be struggling to hit anybody. Just back away, back away, back away, back away. Bloody hell, back away. Excuse me. My friend, you have like one job. Oh, it's fatigue. Fatigue's the problem. And how did you just die? I think my, yes, Atronak tried to storm magic him. And you've got reflect built in, don't you? Potentially, yeah. Magic doesn't do much to you. Okay, new plan. We're going to summon, yes, the Dwemer thing. It lasts longer, it is cheaper, it's presumably good to do physical damage, it's pretty big, so it might block up the corridor for me. And also, John, why did you do that when you're literally about to, you know, rest to get your fatigue back? So I think fatigue was the problem. So, right, summon you, because I've got so much magic right now, like a ludicrous amount of magic. And then buff yourself up as well. Like, seriously, everything you could do. Every advantage you could give yourself. So, deeper and deeper. Just in we go. I see you, friend. Just get over to you. You are still flipping nasty. But if I could just keep it staggered, it's not so bad. Because a big heavy weapon does seem to, you know, have a good chance of causing a bit of a flinch. Admittedly, I've left my friend behind here, though. Yeah, I see you. Oh, you've got a really, really big sword. That concerns me. Yeah, we're out of charge, but that's fine. The actual charge with this weapon, that barely even matters. Take you out, and that's my friend. There's something in here. I suspected that might be my target. So, right, before we go in there, let's make sure everyone else is really dead. Because, yeah, for some reason, all the dungeons in this DLC, they're kind of like a multi-path of branching and mazing and whatnot. And okay, once again, you do find a random chest at the end of each different branch. So, that's fine. And we've definitely got the ability to crack open some of you with my ridiculous magic right now. That is Warhammer of Wounds. Good name, but not actually very good. But I'll take a free armorer's hammer because, honestly, it may as well just make sure all my equipment is up to snuff. Not only stars the Nordic stuff, though it's good, yeah, it doesn't carry much condition by the looks of it. So, as a result, it might wear down pretty quickly. Oh, hang on. I think I've been... Oh! I think I've just made a bit of a mistake here. Which is, I was just assuming me be the mighty protagonist and all. You know, the enemies were going to politely stand there, wait for me to go up to them and fight them one by one, get the thing, then walk out. Possibly that's not the case because I think they just went and got the thing. Right, could we maybe paralyze you guys? Because I think there's now some of you here and no. Oh, no, they are... Oh, bloody hell. Okay, they completely resist magic. Or possibly even reflect it. I might even have been risking paralyzing myself just there. So, okay. Drink a whole bunch of health potions. Like, 3 at a time, if need be. I've got a potion of heroism. This feels like a good time for that. Don't forget to get your shield out too. You guys need to, you know, die. Actually, and... Okay. You guys also froze up for a second. Hang on, maybe I did paralyze you. Didn't think I paralyzed you, but okay. You guys need to go down. Which of you just stole the totem? Because, okay, the potion of heroism is... Just of interest, what does that potion do? Okay, fortify attack, fortify fatigue. Presumably some other stuff too, because I feel like, you know, I'm dodging way better than I would be otherwise. Right, you just need to go down. Bloody hell, the cocking fatigue. That's the problem. I've got no fatigue, so I'm jumping everywhere, and that does eat a lot of fatigue. Now, which of you had... There we go, that's a Nordic mail shield. It's not what I wanted, though. Hang on, that is... Oh. Good to be honest, my friend. It's actually better than what I've got. You know what? You can keep this. I'll take that, because... It's a bit ugly. Can't deny, tiny bit ugly. But it does match my shoulder pieces, so that's fine. It also concerns me none of you have got, like, the... No, hang on. Was it you that had the thing? Did you just steal the thing? Where are you guys coming from at this point? Because someone's got the thing. I'm supposed to get them. Bloody hell, there's so many of them. There's suddenly so many. Can I restore my own fatigue, by the way? Should I ever, like, make a fatigue potion or whatnot? I'm going to fortify my own health. Why not? Here we go. Quality restore fatigue. We're going to have a fair whack of that, actually. That's all good, too. Let's just, you know, have some of that. If I've got booze, now's a good time to drink booze. I'd say I've got no booze on me. That's fine. Back away. We should be better at hitting... Bloody hell, they are coming in en masse, and I cannot keep up with it. Okay. just keep downing everything. It's fine. Just everything I've got in my inventory, drink it simultaneously. Get some magicka back too. Why not just get over to here? Back away. My health is now back up to full. No. No. No, I could just about tank them. Just about tank them, but now I don't know who's got the cocking totem of McGibbles that I'm supposed to be stealing or something, because it's none of you. It also wasn't until this is concerning. Because one of you definitely had... No, that was the guy who got the shield off. Who's got the totem of McGibbles? Okay, there's one more here. Hello there, Skaal Hunter. There's so many of them. There's so many. Right now it is sandwich making that is keeping me in the game. But okay, this is a nightmare. I so can't hit this guy. Okay. Get over to here. Hit myself to the... No, there's... Where the cock is... No, hang on. Those cursed to buy... Wait. Those cursed to buy someone may not open the chest. Hang on. Is that me? Can I not open the thing? I thought I was supposed to be here to open the thing. Hang on. Hang on. Those cursed by the beast may not open the sacred chest. You say that? What if I use magic to open the chest? Okay, I can't open the sacred chest. So in which case... Where's the thing? I was kind of working under the assumption the thing would be in the chest, but... Hang on a minute, what the cock am I doing? I need to keep the Skaal from retrieving the totem. So they're trying to get it, and I'm pretty sure one of them did. The problem is, I now don't know... Okay, that was definitely a dead end. That was a dead end you were standing in, right there. I know that was a dead end. Where the cock did you just come from? Oh, hang on. I just killed that last guy. The tide has receded. They've abandoned their quest. So, right. I think it's still inside this chest. So, they never got it, but also I can't have it either. But they clearly, like, know where it is. It's just down the road from their village, so... I mean, I feel like they're gonna be back later, my Dark Lords. And also, on the way out, I'm gonna be honest. I appreciate this shield is ever so slightly worse. However, it also fills up significantly less of the screen. Like, that other shield was seriously getting in my way, so we're going back over to Indoril. Lovely. And yeah, I think I've just learned something here, which is... what we need to do next time I'm passing by a spellmaker is... create a spell that lets me restore stamina in a bloody hurry. Because right now, yeah, with me jumping everywhere, my stamina is running out way more than it used to. Right, before we step outside, also, yes, I put my normal robe back on so I don't immediately start sizzling in the sun. Beautiful. And yeah, while I'm in this bit of the world, can't help but notice over on this island that I jumped over to as a werewolf last night, there was definitely a door down over here somewhere as well. Hang on, it was, yeah, right by the coast here. But I believe it was very well locked up. Well, that's fine. I could deal with a very well locked up, actually. I should, like, wait for an hour just for safety. Because otherwise, there we go. Okay. Whatever's in here, it can't be as bad as what was in the other one. And actually, oh! Well. Well. I think I've heard rumours dotted about of an ancient pirate treasure located somewhere on this island. And I think we just cocking found it, actually. So, right. The pirates locked up an old tomb, and this is where they stored all of their gold. Lovely. There has got to be a good 2,000-3,000 gold here. This is spectacular. And ebony stuff too, though, honestly, just disposing of that, i.e. finding a shop with enough gold, that can be a bit difficult, and I'm a bit low on carry capacity right now, so you guys can stay here, that's fine. Bloody hell, I'll take good restore health potions too. Those might be very, very useful, together with rubies, diamonds, emeralds, Even an exquisite ring. Right, this is really good stuff, actually. Okay, I can't remember how much money I had at the start of this, but 70k is pretty solid. I will take that. So, okay, presumably, yeah, I'll get a resolution to that mission, and also be told what I need to do next on the next nightfall, when I turn into a werewolf, which tends to be when a Hircine contacts me. So, okay. If I was to, yeah, wait until night here, out on this island, I could get the update there, and go straight on to, yes, dealing with the Udyrfrykte, which is somewhere nearby to the lake, which is barely around the corner. But I tell you what, one terrifying monster versus me in my terrifying monster form, that might be good fun. Also, I need to figure out precisely when dusk is as far as werewolf transformation goes, because that might be important for me not accidentally and highly embarrassingly transforming in town. So, 1 hour at a time, please. So, okay. 5 PM, not a werewolf. Next up. 6 PM, not werewolf. 7 is fine too. 8.
You have performed well, Hound. The totem is undisturbed for now, and your master is pleased. I grant you this boon to aid you in your hunt. Your claws are now as sharp as the edge of my spear. Let all who would stand before you feel their edge. We will speak again.
Okay. I need to feed, but apparently I'm even a flipping stronger now. And yes, the answer is 9 PM. That's a werewolf time. Well, my hand-to-hand is still a 100, so hang on. What does that mean in terms of, yes, my abilities are down here. Can I see what I've just gained? No. No, I can't, but he's implying my hand-to-hand is now better. Still, claws away, begin jumping. I need to find, yes, some loser out here in the middle of nowhere to die. Because I think I need to kill a person. Like, an animal doesn't count. I need to actually kill somebody. So, no, not up to that guy. That guy's a friend. He makes me armor. So, right, berserker, witch, something of that nature. Here we go. I found a berserker, so I just want a quick swipe. Down you go, my friend. Right, I've officially strengthened something blood and blimey. 2 swings. Take down a bear. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, right, with that done, I've officially sated my hunger. Bloody hell, I'm fast. I enjoy how fast I am. Yes, I need to go to the lake. So just to go in this direction, hop over, try to avoid the meat hall. The meat hall is not my enemy. I like the meat hall. So yeah, just land around about here. Lovely. And yeah, she was saying, hang about, go to the eastern shore of the lake, just to the west of Thirsk. So, right, there should be a cave. Hang about, I see. No, don't get stuck into the... Okay, hopefully there's like a gap in the... Where are the nearest gaps in the ice? Bloody hell! Because I can't do water walking from here, so... This will be a highly embarrassing way to die, but I think there's like a hole over here under the ice that I can use to like get out, right? And there we go, I successfully got out of the ice. I didn't just drown like an idiot. So, here we go. This bloody hell, the jumping might be a bit excessive. There we go. The lair of the Udyrfrykte. Now, question the next. Does the Udyrfrykte have like, you know, minions or something? Do I need to take on a small... Oh! What are you, friend? And can I take you on an... Oh, dear! The Udyrfrykte has immediately fallen over. It turns out I am much stronger than the Udyrfrykte, actually. Like you. You're just a gorilla with glowing green eyes and also tusks. You're great. Though, John, you cocking idiots. The mission specifically said you've got to claim a trophy from the body. But you can't interact with bodies as a werewolf because you don't have, like, I don't know, proper dexterous opposable digits or whatnot. So as a result, I can't, like, you know, interact with the corpses, the body, anything. I just need to stand next to it and wait till morning, at which point I'll grow, like, my thumbs back or something, and then I can take the trophy that I need to take. You know what? This is fine. We can now experiment with what time do I turn back into not a werewolf. So, 4 AM, surely the absolute earliest we could say dawn is. I guess 6 AM, maybe like, you know, that 9-hour shift. So, there we go. It's 9 PM to 6 AM. And there we go, we can have his heart beautiful. And also 1 severed gnawed leg if I wanted it. But honestly, I think that's a weapon. That's actually a blunt weapon I could use. Okay, we're not going to be using that, obviously, but I find it delightful that that's actually an option. I'm going to take that back to What's-Her-Face in the guild hall anyway, because if that was in his stomach right now, and it's not just like, you know, dissolved into being a skeleton or whatnot, this might be, you know, a friend of hers. She might appreciate having this back. Still, good signs some of these might potentially have been her friends who he carried off with him. Gnawed meat on a couple of the corpses. Right, back to Thirsk, which is, yes, barely around the corner in this direction. And oh dear, she's outside and she's boarded up the meat hall for the time being. And there we go, you hold the heart of the Udyrfrykte. Can this be? You have slain the fell beast. By the gods, you truly are a warrior worthy of song. Give the heart to me, and I will make ready the meat hall. When the debris has been cleared, the heart of the Udyrfrykte will be placed on the pedestal of Thirsk. There is but one more task you must complete before being named chieftain. Okay, well now you're just adding more jobs onto the end. I feel like I've done plenty already. But okay. Go to the mountains, find the barrow of Hrothmund the Red, the first chieftain of Thirsk. One may only be named chieftain if his spirit approves. So, right. Inside is his great axe. Lay your hands on the weapon and utter an intention to rule over Thirsk. If you are worthy, he'll grant his blessing. So, right. Look for the barrow at the Eye of the Wolf, and while you're away, I'll see to the repairs. The Eye of the Wolf. Well, she said mountains. There's definitely mountains up here. Am I supposed to be assuming that, like, I don't know, a particular set of mountains looks a bit like a wolf's head? Like, that could be the muzzle. That could be... Never mind, I think I've already run straight past it while in werewolf form. Brilliant! And also, I think I was spot on. That's the muzzle. That little lake here is the eye. So yeah, he was right next to this little inlet that represents the Eye of the Wolf, and that's what this mountain range is supposed to be. But alright, let's not worry about that for now. It's a long way to go when I'm not a werewolf. We can travel there when I'm in that form. Because these days, yes, I need to divide my time between human time, doing human jobs, and night time, which is when I run around and do functionally fast travel, ready for the following day's job. So, that's a delightful way to think about being a werewolf. Basically, it's just a fast travel system. Oh, also, you can have this just in case, like, you know, you knew that guy or something. Well, she's not responding to the severed gnawed leg, so, okay. Hopefully, you know, she'll give this leg a proper burial or whatnot. As for me, I'm going back to civilization because one divine intervention should get me back to, yes, the fort down south. Because my questioner was indicating now might be the time to go and speak to What's-His-Face McGee and... okay, while I'm passing by my pile of stuff, hang on. Hang on. I've got more stuff I might want to add to it because now I'm using this here mace. Yeah, the Skull Crusher weighs 15. You could just stay here, because we are a bit over capacity right now, together with this glass helmet, lovely. But I'll keep everything else in case, yes, either some difficult negotiations or some magic shows up. Yes, Carnius was indicating to me there's now going to be regular jobs, but also special jobs, where I might be able to do some very, very dodgy things indeed to make the shares I own more valuable or something. And for the time being at least, right, it's nothing too dramatic or too sinister in fact. You deal with this, I can't be bothered. The funds are available to add a service provider to the colony. It needs to be decided whether a smith or a trader should be brought in. The decision is going to be yours, so, okay. You heard me, don't care how you do it, ask the colonists, decide on your own, pick one out of a hat. Just come back and let me know what it's going to be. So okay, we may as well, like, go round the corner and see if anyone's got any strong preferences, though, personally, I'm thinking Smith. Because, yeah, there's that weird skeleton crystal stuff that we need to figure out how to utilise. Logically, a Smith would be a good starting point. And yeah, by the sounds of it, Carnius simply doesn't care one way or the other. If Falco's got a preference then, we might want to go with his view. That way, everybody's happy. And also, while I think about it, yes, there's now a small boat over by Raven Rock that can bring me to the fort. Does that mean by any chance you might be willing to take me around the corner to... Right, he will take me to Raven Rock. That's going to save me a little bit of travel time. Spot on. So okay, straight around the corner, beautiful. And we'll kick off with asking Falco what he thinks. So, okay. You, my friend, you've chosen to side with Carnius. I suggest you go to him if you want work. I've nothing for you. Okay, I appreciate I am siding with Carnius, but like, while I'm doing Carnius's work, I will do the things that make you happy if it's feasible, which is precisely what I can do right now. Right, well if Falco's gonna be a dick, let's speak to, the local miners and whatnot. Right, you think we need a smith. If the equipment breaks down, we could just get it fixed here instead of shipping it off to the mainland. That's true. You guys rely on those miners' picks. Those need to be kept in good working order. That is a very solid argument. And okay, Apronia, the woman we rescued, she wants a general trader so she could buy some nice clothes. That feels less important. Gidar, meanwhile, right, he's pretty ambivalent. So right now, it feels like easily the most sensible choice would be Smith, because, yeah, that one guy made a very compelling argument in the direction of a smith. And yeah, Sabinus is saying trader as well, but his logic being, hey, maybe people will come here and then maybe they'd stay and then maybe there'd be more people to do the work. It's all a bit vague and fuzzy. I feel like Smith has got the best argument behind it. Also, just out of interest, are there, like, more people here I've not met yet, like people working in the mine? Because, alright, there do appear to be people down in the mine. Though they don't appear to have an opinion about this decision, that's just for the people up above. Anyway, having spoken to the locals, back to Carnius, let's let him know what we're doing here. And my friend, we're going to have a blacksmith in order to keep the equipment up and running. And look at that, with that mission complete, the stock certificate goes up to 1,600, so every mission I do, it just gets more and more valuable. Lovely. And I even get a promotion. I am now an agent. Beautiful. Now, admittedly, the small problem I've got here is, Carnius tends to space out his missions a few days apart. Now, if I was just, a regular not a werewolf human, I could literally wait for 3 days and then crack on. But I can't do that because I turn into a werewolf and everyone might get a bit freaked out about that, so, okay. In which case, probably the best thing we could do now is, sneak off somewhere where no one could see me, wait till nightfall, and then head northwards to get back to, the barrow we're looking for. Oh, it is interesting. I was literally just going back to the dock in order to speak to that guy to take me around to Raven Rock so I could see if that smith had immediately appeared. There's a note just sitting on the ground. Olga, did you hear about the Raven at the Udyrfrykte? It's enormous. They're saying it's a sign the witches have come to Saltzheim. Okay, I don't really know much about, the Udyrfrykte or a gigantic raven, but witches have definitely come here. I've seen witches all over the shop. So okay, Udyrfrykte. Well, the boatman knows nothing about that, but potentially the people who live around here might, and, I was about to say we could go and ask the villagers of Skaal. This feels like a them sort of a thing, but I feel like they don't want to speak to me anymore. Oh, and hello, sexy. Okay, it's right there. This is the convenient bit about being a werewolf who just jumps across the entire landscape. I just pass over important things without even realizing it, so, right. Let's mosey in this direction and go visit that gigantic raven. And presumably, yes, doing it as a human would be a good idea. And speaking of witches, I'm like 90% sure that you are a witch. But that's fine, because you're dead now, because yes, I killed you before you got off your first magic spell. So here we go, just follow the water up a little bit. We should be coming up on the altar any moment, actually. Yeah, looking at the map, I should be standing right next to it. So, okay. Precisely is this altar, because I'm seeing a few berserkers and whatnot. Handful of pigs, handful of goblins. But okay, not... I've just been knocked down because I ran out of stamina. And I think a berserker punched me or something, so hang on. I need to get some fatigue back in a hurry, actually. So please stop punching. This is highly embarrassing. This is very embarrassing. I'm going to be punched to death for the simple reason that, yes, I don't have the fatigue to stay standing. Right, take out the punching guy before he knocks me down again. And then take out you. I think you're just a smuggler. Because you've got, like, you know, the sort of, saber weapon they seem to use. Good. I'll be having your quality potion. Also, fortify magicka, because why not? No, seriously. I should be standing basically on top of the altar right now. So in which case, where the cock is the altar? And oh! I see a large, if not ridiculously large raven. So okay, you just go down too, my friend. Thank you. And seriously, there's so many cocking enemies. So many enemies. And no punching. That's very dangerous when I've got, like, no fatigue. And seriously, I will give you, that's a fairly large raven. I wouldn't describe it as enormous, though. Like, you know, ravens and crows could be really, really big. That's just how they are. And so that's like, you know, maybe a somewhat above average raven. Not a ridiculous one at all. So, hello there, mysterious bird. And, oh. Okay, apparently it's very chatty. So, right. Does my form surprise you? As a witch, I can change my shape as suits my needs. But then, you know something about shape changing, don't you? And that's why the Coven has come here to Solstheim. We've been watching events unfold, and right. You are how we stop being a werewolf if I get bored of that at some point. So, for some it's a blessing, for others a curse. For those who wish, we offer a cure. One that forever stops the change into wolf form. Does such a thing interest you? I'm gonna say yes. Because I feel like at some point, yes, like I was just saying, it's going to stop being troublesome and more annoying than it's worth to have to constantly manage when I may or may not be about to change. So, I'm going to say yes. Because she's not just going to go, oh, that's fine then, zap, you're no longer a werewolf. There's going to be some sort of a complicated procedure, like curing vampirism back in Skyrim, or like in the future in Skyrim, or whatnot. So, yeah, I'll say yes, and if I decide I like being a werewolf, I just won't do it. And there we go, the road before you is a difficult one. It's not as easy as simply sipping a potion. But first, you must meet my sisters. Together, we shall tell you of the right of the Wolf Giver. Come. Am I about to be teleported somewhere? I'm being teleported somewhere. So, right. You're a witch, no longer in your raven form. Your cure begins here. The rite of the Wolf Giver is a complex ritual of dark magic, requiring a sacrifice of both flesh and innocence. My sisters and I will begin the preparations, but there are certain items that must be gathered. My sisters Isabel and Felice will tell you what's needed. When you've completed your errands, come and speak to me. So, right. Okay, there's also more people running in here. Hello there, Isabel. She doesn't want to speak just yet. Okay, there are a whole bunch of witches here. Though they did say covens, that's fine. Oh, you've got a flipping cauldron that's bubbling over a fire. Right, that's proper witchcraft right there. So step 1, I need a wolfsbane. It's rare and only grows in one place. Go to the southern end of the mountains, to the top of a hit-cold peak. There you will find a single flower in bloom. Take the petals, return them to me. And okay, you might need a rising force. I really don't need rising force. Okay, I can fly up there, or I can turn into a werewolf and jump up there. It'll be fine. And now Isabella will speak to me. So, right, a bunch of ripened belladonna berries. Unripened won't do, I'm afraid. You can find ripened ones on belladonna plants that grow near the burial barrows, for they thrive on death. And Spriggans may also drop them, so... right, those I think I've already got. Oh yeah, I've got Flippiga 7, so that is A-OK. So, hand those over straight to you, that is A-OK. So right, that means adjust the flower to be added to the brew. So right, we just need to go and get that. When we're done with being a werewolf, and we've decided we don't want to be a werewolf anymore, we could do all of that. And to confirm, right, the cave in question is just around the corner from the altar. Yes, a little bit down to the southeast, to the east, in fact, of where this river ends. So, right, shouldn't be too difficult to find my way back here later. Specifically, yeah, it's one of those caves that looks a bit like this, with the icy mound with a hole in it. So, right, now I know what I'm looking for. Not too difficult to locate again. Now I know where it is. Still, keep on keeping on. If I go, yeah, straight in the direction I'm already facing, we could get up to the top of that peak. And for me, that should not be that difficult to do. And I might want to do it quickly because, right, that's the sun starting to go down. When the sun goes down, I might not be able to pick flowers anymore. I'm guessing werewolves can't do that nonsense. Right, officially I should now be facing the peak. So that'll be you up there, got it. Right, just jump past all you losers. No need to fight literally everyone, because seriously, there is no shortage of enemies in this DLC. So okay, mosey in this direction, and yeah, I may just need to start flying upwards to get away from them. In fact, oh yeah, that's pretty steep, and also there's monsters everywhere. We're just flying. Right, just mosey up into the air, because once I've done that, there's nothing you stupid losers could do to me. And I think I might just see the flower right there ahead of me. So just mosey up to the top here. Made it in plenty of flipping time. Lovely. So okay. Grab you. The wolfsbane. So right. When we want to, we can now stop being a werewolf. It's not a permanent thing. Oh, and with a bit of clear weather in a hand, right. I'm guessing that lovely structure over there, that's going to be, yes, the barrow we're looking for. Because that is good and ominous right there. That's a beautiful tomb, my friends. And once again, touching an axe may be something I cannot do unless I'm, you know, in human form. And no ghosts, actually. You just go down, then just keep... oh, bloody hell, the weather's turning. Right, just run, because I can't wait, and without waiting, yes, I don't think I know what time it is, actually. Though I've got till 9 PM, so there's got to be a few hours left in order to, you know, go and get this blessing from the ghost or whatnot. There we go. There should be what we're... this is not what I was looking for. I've stumbled across an ice castle. Okay, hang on. This was marked on my compass as a Castle Karstag, I think, down the bottom right, but I can't get in yet. So, right, you'll be important later, but you're not what I'm looking for right now. Though that should be, yeah, just the tiniest bit further south. So, okay. Just looking for the entrance to a barrow. That might mean that big square structure I've seen many times before. Because officially, I should be standing pretty much, yeah, on top of it, so it's gotta be somewhere around here. Hello, incredibly fast bloody wolf, blimey. Oh, there we go. I see a door, just at a random snowy rock.
Some they call me Hrothmund's bane, with midnight teeth and moonlight mane. I am the wolf one soul may tame, by uttering my given name. But speak the truth, for those who lie gain not the wealth beyond my eye. And so false and evermore closed shut on me, my eyes. What is my name?
Oh. Okay. Hrothmund was the name we were given, and like that was the first guy. I simply don't know, actually. Like, are we trying to solve an etymological problem here? Like, you know, figuring out what Hrothmund might mean in an original language, if, say, we're talking about Skaal versus Nord or something. I am the wolf one soul may tame by uttering my given name. The wolf. Suggesting maybe he was a werewolf, but for the time being, walk away.
And walked away quite wise.
So I can go and try again, but if I
try
get
and
it
aim
wrong,
again.
don't get anything. Just sort of lose forever. You just don't get the chance. And okay, it hasn't added anything to my journal, and all I've got in terms of information is, yeah, he was known as the Red, and his barrow's located at the Eye of the Wolf. Okay. Do either of those help me? You see, Razan feels like it might be connected to Red in some capacity, but Hrothmund feels somewhat similar to Fit Dom, say Mund for land, Dom for home or something, and Hroth versus Hit, quite similar. So, both of those have a decent case. I may need to, go and speak to What's-Her-Face here. Maybe learn a bit more about this guy, because I don't think I can answer this just yet. Especially given right. It's now 8 PM, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm guessing if I just rest an hour, Hircine might have something to say.
It is time to serve your master again. The totem was stolen while the hounds slept, and the Skaal prepare to hunt the spirit bear this night. Hunt the hunters and slay the beast.
Okay, I'm a werewolf, I'm hungry, I'm bloody fast, so fast, I always forget how fast I'm going to be, it's delightful. But it sounds like potentially I might need to do something right flipping now. So, the Skaal are planning to hunt the spirit bear. I need to travel to the lake and kill them while they track it. Then I need to kill the bear as well. Okay, it's all about cooking killing with you, isn't it, Hircine? Still, I would say with another Hircine mission in hand, how about we call it a pot there? But next time... Right, can't help but notice that, yes, I'm actually pretty nearby to the lake. So we can just nip over there and deal with that and no trouble whatsoever. And speaking of the lake, that brings me nearby to Thirsk. Tomorrow morning, I could go and speak to What's-Her-Face at the door and see if maybe, just maybe, she could give me some clues as to, yes, how to answer this mysterious and ghostly puzzle. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?